Yeah, obviously I'm proud of the team. I was going to judge them on everything that we've been teaching on both sides of the ball. And, we did really well tonight. I was proud of the assist. We had 18 assists at halftime, which was beautiful for us. And moving the ball like that and then playing the defense the way that we play, be pretty tough to beat.
We have a microphone, so raise your hand if you have a question. Claire and Kayla have them. Nobody? Oh, great.
I mean, it seems like Malcolm's knees are the healthiest they've ever been. With a guy like Jalen Duren, obviously, at that position, how do you factor in what you think Malcolm can give this team, and what do you expect from him this year as a healthy big man?
Yeah, obviously Malcolm, I've coached him since 9th grade, so I know his game. And I have been kind of, feeling for him over the last couple of years because of his knees. He couldn't be himself. And like you said, right now, his legs are feeling as good as they've ever felt. And he looks fantastic. And what he brings is just a veteran experience to the team. He's been in every big game that we've had thus far. And he understands what we need to look for and what we need to do. And he can help Jalen tremendously just from talking him through all of the things that he needs to do so that he won't make the same mistakes that Malcolm made when he was a freshman. So it definitely helps Jalen, and it also helps us by Malcolm being on the floor.
Penny, I got two questions. First, how did you settle on a starting lineup tonight? And then the follow-up would be any updates on the guys who did not play today, specifically Amani and the Lawson brothers and Landers?
Yeah, I just felt like I wanted to go big, a big lineup, put DeAndre at the 3, move Malcolm in there, because and Jalen as 5 men and 4 men or whatever, they can guard, pretty well. We switched 1 through 5, and I wanted to see that. And they did a fantastic job of switching out on the guards and taking the challenge of not giving up straight line drives and things of that nature. As far as the injuries, Imani deep thigh bruise, Landers, it was just more of just sitting him out. Jonathan and Chandler is kind of awaiting the decision from Oregon, and everybody else was just disciplinary reasons.
Is it like a transfer waiver type thing from Oregon? Is that what that is?
I'm not as well versed on it, but I do know that we're just still waiting on that.
Hey, Penny, how much can we glean, given who was out today, how much can we read into the rotations that you ran tonight and the lineups that you used? Again, it's an exhibition game, I know, and you had 4 guys who were out. So,
Yep.
How much should we look into read into that?
I don't know if we'll have the same rotations when they come back, because that's 4 really good players, and pretty much 2 starters and Landers and Imani, and that's the scary part. I keep telling the crew that the top 10 guys are going to play a majority of the minutes, and someone's going to be left out. It's not going to be personal. It's going to be we're going to play the top 10 guys because that's just how it has to be. We can't play 12, 14 guys. And today's game, played a ton of guys. We got up early, and we could do that. Most big games, you're not going to be able to do that. Maybe games of this nature if you get up big. But in the big games, it's going to be 9, 10 guys max.
Go to Jeff and then Steven.
So just to clarify, of those 4, the only one with any eligibility issue or whatever it is Chandler with the transfer?
Yeah.
And then, is it astonishing to you that you can roll out like 2 groups of 5, each missing 4, you can still roll out 2 groups of 5 like that?
Man, it's amazing. To me, it's a good problem to have. Unfortunately, you're going to have to hurt someone's feelings that can really play. That's how much talent we have. You can't play 12, 14 guys. It just can't happen if you're trying to give your core group a chance to go out there and be dominant. And that's just a blessing to be able to have. We ended up having Imani and Jalen reclass, which we didn't know. Chandler and Jonathan decommit, or Chandler leaves Oregon. Jonathan decommits and comes. We weren't planning on that. So we ended up having Tyler Harris comes back, and it's a walk-on just to be a part of it. We wanted to graduate from the University of Memphis. So we ended up getting some good problems, and then you get Earl Timberlake in the process. You know, it just happened like this, and we, you know, I'm thankful for it, you know, to have that much talent.
Stephen, right in the front.
Penny, on Friday, you told us you guys had just kind of started putting in the press. What was your assessment of how you guys performed in that aspect tonight?
We had 1 day to do it, and I thought that I gave them an A+, just being 1 day of really not knowing the rotation really well, and actually showing them this morning in shoot around how we were going to rotate, and the way that they did it was great. So I think just doing that this morning, kind of introducing it 2 days ago, but actually walking them through this morning, I thought it was phenomenal on the pressure.
We'll go to Mark on the left and then Jason.
The one guy who didn't seem totally comfortable out there was Earl. What do you see his role being with this group, and how do you know, because obviously he's a talented guy, how do you get him looking comfortable out there in your system?
Yeah, you know, we've been going through this with Earl for probably 2 weeks. He's so hard on himself, and he wants to show people that what he did in Miami, you know, when he got injured, wasn't who he was. So coming back healthy, he puts so much pressure on himself that once he makes a mistake, it compiles. So we're just telling him, hey, we already know you can play. You don't have to prove that to us. He's going to be a playmaker for us and a defender. That's what he does. He defends really well, and he makes plays. So once he calms down, which I'm sure he will, he'll be fantastic for us to come in and be able to defend in the backcourt with Alo, guard 1 through 4, and be able to make plays from any position.
Jason, and then we'll probably finish up with Greg unless we have another one.
The 2 freshmen that set out tonight, they're 100% cleared, clearinghouse, all that's been cleared.
Yeah.
Amanda and Jonathan.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also wanted to ask you about Alo's performance. You spelled it out very clearly on Friday what you wanted from him, and he did exactly that. He took the open shots, he facilitated really, really well. So just your thoughts on how he looked coming off the ankle injury.
Yeah, my thing about Alex is he's just willing to do whatever it takes for us to win. And initially he told me he wanted to be 6th man to allow Imani to start at the 1. And, you know, I was like, you know, we know Imani can play the 1, but Alex is our only true, like really true PG. You know, Tyler can play, Earl can play it, Imani's learning how to play the point. And just his unselfishness, to me, always helps him fall on good ground. Meaning, like he's just, because he's willing to do whatever it takes to win for the city and for the school, he's always going to be the guy that's going to do the extra. And defensively, he's already one of the top defensive guards in the country. But to be able to control the pace, to be able to, you know, to get those assists, to be able to know when to take his open shots, which he hasn't been really great at doing either, like knowing when to shoot and when not to shoot. He's under control now. He understands who he is. He's not worried about what people are saying, and man, he's having fun, and I'm happy to see him playing well.
Greg and Mark, real quick, and then
Okay, Penny, the three-point shooting was tremendous. 65%, 13 of 20, no nollie, no baits. Harris didn't even shoot a 3. He may have taken 1. Camden, your son, Quinones is such a marksman now. How do you, that three-point shot, which is so important in the game, how good do you feel about your outside shooting in competition this upcoming season?
No, I feel really good about it because I see these guys shoot every day. We have to have pretty much 5 of the best shooters in the country. You just got guys over there that can really fill it up. And that's a great luxury because you have Jalen, you have DeAndre, you have Alo, and Earl and those guys that want to make plays, and when they spread the floor, there's no way they can overhelp because those shooters are out there. So that gives us a huge dynamic, a different dynamic than we've ever had because we can put actually 4 shooters on the floor with 1 playmaker or 2 playmakers, 3 shooters, and always have the floor spread. So that's great for us.
Penny, you kind of remade your staff this offseason. What was it like in the first game, particularly with Larry Brown and Rasheed? How did that seem like pretty natural, you guys operating there, but I'm curious from your perspective how the operation went with all these.
Yeah, no, it fit right in with Cody and myself. Cody and myself are always on the same page. Coach Brown and Rasheed are really easy. Coach Brown was giving me a bunch of nuggets throughout the game about defensive thoughts into the next timeout, after the timeout, to know what to say to them. He was giving me all of those little nuggets on the sideline before timeouts, and after the guys got back out there. And Rasheed was just all positive energy. He was just on the bench just being positive with all the guys. So that's just what you want from your staff. Those two guys have come in and checked their egos in at the door and want to be a part of everything that we're doing.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.